Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Be English podcast. I am your host, John Miller.
And I am Emily Carter. We are so happy to have you here with us today.
If you are new here, let me tell you a little bit about our channel. The Be English podcast is designed for learners just like you. Our goal is simple.
That's right. We want to help you improve your English skills in a way that is fun, friendly, and stress-free. We know that learning a new language can be difficult, but we are here to support you every step of the way.
Exactly. We speak slowly and clearly using vocabulary that is easy to understand. Whether you are a beginner or an advanced learner, this is the place for you to practice.
Today, we have a very special and important topic. It is something that many students ask us about. The topic is why you should start listening to English as early as possible.
It's a great topic, Emily. Many people think they need to study grammar books for months before they start listening to real English. But today, we are going to tell you why listening should actually be your first step.
So, if you want to learn the secret to speaking English naturally, stay tuned. And before we start, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode.
Let's dive into it.
You know, John, when I look back at how I learned things in school, it was always textbooks first. We would read and write for a long time before we ever heard the language spoken.
That is a very common experience, Emily. Most traditional schools focus on reading and grammar rules first. But let's think about how babies learn their first language. When a baby is born, do they read a textbook?
Of course not. That would be funny to see. A baby just listens. They listen to their parents, their siblings, and the world around them for a long time before they say their first word.
Exactly. This is what we call natural acquisition. A baby spends months just absorbing the sounds. They are building a map of the language in their brain. They are learning the rhythm, the melody, and the sounds without even trying.
That makes so much sense. So when we tell our listeners to start listening early, we are basically saying, try to learn like a baby. Don't wait until you understand every word. Just let the sounds enter your ears.
Right. Think of it like music. Imagine you want to learn to sing a popular song. Would you just read the lyrics on a piece of paper, or would you listen to the song first?
I would definitely listen to the song first. I need to hear the tune. I need to know how the singer changes their voice. If I only read the lyrics, I wouldn't know how it is supposed to sound.
English is the same. It's like music. It has a beat and a melody. If you start listening on day one, even if you don't understand the meaning, you are getting used to the music of English.
That is a beautiful way to put it, the music of the language. I think many students are afraid to listen because they think, oh no, I don't know enough vocabulary yet. They feel lost.
That fear is normal, but you have to embrace the confusion. It's okay not to understand. When you start listening early, your goal isn't to translate every sentence. Your goal is to get comfortable with the noise of English.
So the first big reason to start early is to build that familiarity, to make English sound less strange and more natural to your brain.
Precisely. And this leads to another huge benefit. Listening early is the best way, and maybe the only way, to develop great pronunciation.
Oh, I agree completely. I have met students who know all the grammar rules perfectly. They can write complex essays, but when they speak, it is very hard to understand them because they learned with their eyes, not their ears.
That is the trap of reading too much. When you read, you pronounce the words in your head, but often your internal voice is wrong. You might look at the word knife and think you pronounce the K sound.
Right, but if you listen first, you hear that the K is silent. You hear knife. You learn the truth of the word, not just the spelling.
And it goes beyond just single words. It's about how words connect. We call this connected speech. Native speakers, like us, don't speak like robots. We don't say, I am going to the store.
No, we don't. We say, I'm going to the store. Or even faster, I'm going to go to the store.
Exactly. If a student only reads, they will never learn those connections. But if they listen from the beginning, they will hear those patterns naturally. They will mimic what they hear.
It really helps with intonation, too. In English, our voice goes up and down to show emotion or to ask a question. You can't learn that from a book. You have to hear it.
For example, if I'm surprised, I might say, really? With a high voice. But if I'm bored, I might say, really? With a flat voice. The word is the same, but the meaning changes based on the sound.
That is such a good point, John. So by listening early, you're basically downloading the correct pronunciation and intonation into your brain before you form bad habits.
Yes, it is much easier to learn it right the first time than to fix bad habits later. So please, trust your ears more than your eyes.
Okay, so we know we should listen like a baby, and we know it helps with pronunciation. But I can hear our listeners asking, but how? What should I listen to? I'm a beginner.
That's the million-dollar question. How do you actually do this without getting frustrated? The key is to distinguish between two types of listening, active listening and passive listening.
Can you explain the difference for us?
Sure. Active listening is when you sit down, maybe with a notebook, and you pay 100% attention. You try to catch words and understand the story. This is studying.
And passive listening?
Passive listening is what you do while you're doing something else. Maybe you're washing the dishes, driving to work, or jogging in the park. You play English in the background. You're not trying to understand everything. You're just surrounding yourself with the language.
I love passive listening. It takes the pressure off. You don't have to stress about grammar. You're just living your life, but with an English soundtrack.
Exactly. And for beginners, I recommend doing a lot of passive listening. Turn on an English radio station or a podcast like Be English Podcast and just let it play.
It's amazing how much you pick up subconsciously. Your brain is a powerful machine. It's always working in the background.
Now, for the content itself, don't start with something too hard. Do not listen to a fast news report on politics or a complex scientific debate if you are just starting. You'll just get a headache.
That is true. Start with things that are made for learners, like this podcast. We speak slowly. Or try children's stories. Cartoons are actually great for learning.
Oh, I love that idea. Cartoons are visual, simple, and the characters speak very clearly. Plus, they repeat words a lot. Repetition is your friend.
Another tip is to watch or listen to something you already know in your own language. For example, if you have a favorite movie like Harry Potter or a Disney movie, watch it in English.
That is a brilliant trick. Because you already know the story, you won't feel lost. You can relax and focus on the sounds. You'll hear a sentence and think, so that's how they say, I love you in English.
It makes the process enjoyable, and that is the most important thing. If you enjoy listening, you will do it more. If it feels like painful homework, you will stop.
Consistency is key. Even just 15 minutes a day makes a huge difference over a year. It's better to listen for 10 minutes every day than for 2 hours once a week.
So, to summarize this part, mix active and passive listening. Choose easy or familiar content and make it a daily habit. Don't worry about understanding every single word. Just keep your ears open.
You are training your ears. It's like going to the gym. You can't lift the heavy weights on day one. You start small, and your muscles, or in this case, your listening skills, get stronger every day.
Well, John, I think we have covered some really valuable points today. It's fascinating how important listening is.
It really is the foundation of everything. Let's quickly recap what we discussed for our listeners.
First, we talked about learning naturally. Just like a baby listens before they speak, English learners should prioritize listening to build a mental map of the language.
Then we discussed how listening improves your pronunciation and intonation. It helps you hear how words connect and how the music of English sounds, which you cannot learn from reading alone.
And finally, we gave some practical advice. Use passive listening while you do daily chores. Start with simple content like podcasts or cartoons, and don't worry about understanding 100% of what you hear.
Before we go, let's look at a few vocabulary words we used today, just to make sure everyone understood.
The first word is acquisition.
Acquisition means the act of learning or getting something. When we say language acquisition, we mean the natural process of learning a language.
Next, we used the phrase connected speech.
Connected speech refers to the way words link together when native speakers talk fast. It's why stopped and sounds like stopped an.
And the last one is subconsciously.
Subconsciously means doing something without actively thinking about it. Your brain learns subconsciously when you listen to English in the background.
Thank you for those explanations, John. We hope this episode encourages you to put on your headphones and start listening right now.
Yes, challenge yourself. Try to listen to something in English for just 10 minutes today. It could be a song, a video, or another episode of our podcast.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the Be English podcast. Leave us a comment and tell us what is your favorite thing to listen to in English.
We love reading your comments. Share this episode with a friend who's also learning English. It helps our community grow.
Thank you so much for listening. Keep practicing and don't be afraid to just listen.
See you next time, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.